You ever had to deal with this? Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Bellini, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to secure a towel bar to the wall. So a lot of the times your towel bars are just held on into the sheetrock itself, and over time, once you pull off towels and put it on towels back and forth, it eventually kind of comes loose and it kind of tears apart the drywall until it's kind of unusable or just falls out of the wall, which I was showing earlier. So the way around that is to secure that to wood versus the drywall. So the best way to do that is actually to either cut out a section of your drywall, or if you have access before you put in the drywall, put in blocking here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple blocks of wood and put it in here. So when I put in this towel bar, it's going to go through the drywall and into the wood, and it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to show you how I go about doing that, and we'll get started. Okay, so what I did is I got some 2 by, I believe 10 or 12, I think it's 2 by 10 actually, blocking. And so it'll be basically, you know, about this tall. I'm gonna basically put it in here and block this whole thing out. And what you're gonna need for this is a tape measure, first of all, so you know where to put it. So I understand that 48 inches off the ground is kind of the typical location for the towel bar to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it so I have an idea. And right now I am down to concrete right now, and so there's going to be flooring put down, which is going to give, you know, a little bit more height. So I'm not going to go to 48 on here. I'm going to go to, I think, 49, and just put the towel bar right there. So I'm just going to put a mark right there, so I know the location. And, you know, at that point, I can decide later if I want to put the towel bars a little bit higher. I can do that because the block's going to be pretty tall. So I'll have, you know, some wiggle room as far as where I want to put it. So I have that marked. And what I'm going to do now is basically measure what I'm going to need here. So I'm going to need 2 boards, one here and one here. So I'm just going to measure the distance here, here, write that down, and then go out and cut a couple pieces that will fit in here. So this one looks like it is about 14 1/4, and this one is about 17 7/8. So I'm going to go ahead and go out and cut those 2 pieces, and we'll get going. Okay, so I'm going to make my first cut at 14 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and measure that out, and for reference, this is a 2 by 10 foot board. Okay, so we're at 14 1/4. So we're going to go 14 1/4 here. Got this speed square to help draw the line. Okay, so I got my line, got my saw, safety glasses, of course, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut through here. Okay, first one's done. And the next one is 17 7/8. So I'm gonna measure that out. (17 7/8). Once again down here, 17 7/8. Speed square, and cut through this one. And we're done. Okay, so I got the 2 boards, and it fits just about right. It's a little small, but I think that'll work just fine. And then this one fits just about perfect. And so what I'm going to do is, one of them I'm going to basically put in screws right here, and I'm going to try to angle it through here a little bit, or I'll go in through the face and into the stud here. But I'll probably do this board first and then this one second. But basically all I'm doing is just putting in some wood screws, some long screws, and hold it in place. So go ahead and get it started. And what I think I'll do to make this a little bit easier, well, actually, let's see. I'll go just about there, maybe a little higher. Just in case, I'm not gonna put the towel bar any lower. So I'll put like just a little, like here's my mark right here. I'll go like a little bit lower, but I think I'm gonna go a little bit higher so I have plenty of space to put it higher if I want to. So go right about there. I'll put the screw right about here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get it started. Okay, just starting to show through. That'll be good. I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the second one. So I'm gonna line this up. I'll go just about right there. That'll be good. Do another one right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try and put this in. I think right about there. So go ahead and sink these in. Okay. All right. We're nice and flush. Okay, so this side is just about secured. I gotta hit this side now, and it's a little bit trickier to hit this side, but I do have a little space right here. So I think what I'm gonna do is basically go in right through here and into the board. It's gonna be a little tight, but we'll see if this works. Yep, worked just fine. That's not going anywhere. So that is solid. I'll go ahead and cinch this one up too. I got one more I'll do, and trying to figure out the best way to do it. This is sticking out just a tad right here. So I think I might go in the face of the board and in here and kind of tighten it up a little bit. So I'll do that. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So by going in at an angle this way, tighten this up so it's completely flush, and this is solid. It's not going anywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and do the next one here, and it's the same process, but it's a little tricky because I have a board here now, so I can't come in it from this side. I can't come in it from this side very easily. So this one's gonna be a little bit trickier. Some things I have seen, and what you can do is like you can have two different size boards. So you can have like a 12-inch, and then you can have like a 6-inch or something like that. So that way, like one's bigger, and you can come in it from the side and attach that one after you've done this one. And you can basically alternate sizes. But what I think I'm gonna do for this, I think my only option really is to come at it at the face and go into the stud that way to secure it in place. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. And to make things a little bit easier for me, I'm gonna go ahead, instead of trying to hold the screw and hold the board and do everything at once, I'm gonna take this board to the ground and get this screw started, maybe a couple screws started in the right direction, and that'll make it easier to screw it in place. Okay, so as you can see, I got all the screws started at an angle, and they're coming out right about the middle of the board or so. One there, one there, one there, one there. And so that'll hold everything in place really easily. And so this one, like I said, it kind of pulled it in this direction. And so when I'm mounting this, I want to make sure if I'm flush and I sink everything, it's probably going to pull it in even more, just a little bit. So I might start with the board slightly away, just a little bit, because these are probably going to pull it, in that direction once it's all cinched up. So I'm just going to start it just out a little bit. Try and line these guys up. Get this one going. Like I said, I'm pulling it out just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna cinch these all up. Okay, that is basically it. These boards are not going anywhere. These are completely solid. And so once I put drywall on here, and I can sink the towel bar into the blocks here, and it's not going to go anywhere. So that's how you stop it from basically wiggling out of the wall, because you don't want to rely on the drywall, because it's going to fail no matter, if you're using it at all, it's going to fail eventually. So this is the way you solve it and basically never happen again. So if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.